situation. We only had about 5 foot of the support still in the ground underneath the abutment. Any vibration or hit of that would have caused the end of the bridge to fall down onto the railroad tracks, or at least adjacent to the railroad tracks. We took a couple days to determine how this was going to be repaired, and as we determined how to repair it, we were able to, working with the contractor, civil constructors, who did an excellent job, by the way, we were able to get this open, and we're actually probably at least 5 to 6 weeks ahead of the schedule that we thought that we were going to be on. We did some innovative things working with the contractor, our bridge office, and many people within IDOT had brainstorming sessions. Decided instead of pulling the approach pavement off on the south end of the bridge, that we would just drill holes in it and pump fill into there rather than building the fill, then having to pour an 18-inch slab back. So we probably saved minimum of $150,000 by redoing it in that method, and saved probably 5 to 6 weeks at least. So we're open a lot earlier than we had told you that we would open. Basically due to the great people at IDOT brainstorming with the great people at civil constructors to come up with a way to do this. It was least evasive.
I just want to take a moment and let everybody know that Savanna is open for business. You know, the people from Freeport, the people from the Quad Cities, the people from Dixon, DeKalb, we're open for business. And I just thought it was very important that we meet today and cut a ribbon. And the reason I felt that is because this community has stood together in times of very difficult times. And today, when we accomplish something and finish something in record time, and I do want to thank my friends at IDOT, because it's incredible the work they've done here and gotten this thing back open. It affects people in a myriad of ways, but most importantly, it's taken about a half hour a day out of people's day, 15 minutes on the bypass and then 15 minutes back. So I just want to say thank you. And I also want to make sure that we thank Governor Pat Quinn. Governor Quinn has gone out of his way to be helpful to this community. When I got the first call that we were having trouble in this community, thanks to my friend Kurt, I went straight to the governor, and the governor went straight to the president and got this thing moving. And you know, today we've got about $300,000, is that correct, in state dollars behind us. And I just want people to know that, you know, sometimes people don't know what state workers do, but this is what they do. When there's an emergency, when there's something that needs to be taken care of, they're the people that are doing it. So I want to make sure that if you know a state worker today, pat him on the back or her on the back, because it's not an easy job. And they're getting ready to open this bridge back open. And I want to thank the mayor too. Mayor was very helpful during this crisis, and I look forward to the President of the United States finally declaring the community a disaster area and producing some of those dollars that we need so badly. So I just want to thank George. I want to thank everybody for coming today, and everybody should deserve a pat on the back. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator.
Just a few weeks ago, we had to close this bridge. It changed people's lives, but as the gentleman before us, before me, spoke, our government acted unbelievably great. I've never seen coordination like this between state and county and city before. We were first thinking that it was going to be a long time before this got done. I met Larry Rumler out here on the bridge Sunday right after this was closed, and then I asked him what he thought, how long it was going to be, and he said, I think we can get it done in a month. And I told Larry, you're my best friend today. I just could not believe it. Our state crews went to work along with civil construction and performed what I think is one of the most amazing jobs I've seen in this area. And I just can't be prouder of this state and our county and our local government, of everybody all the way down, from the people trying to help other people that are still suffering from floodwater disasters, cleaning up their houses, in some cases tearing down their houses. It's just totally amazing what people have accomplished. We've still got more to do, but today's a great day. Thank you.
1, 2, 3, cut.
All right.
Good morning. My name is George Ryan. I'm the regional engineer vibration, which covers a 19-county area in northwest Illinois.
Yeah, George, you had commented before that when you first saw this, it kind of surprised you how devastating the damage was. Did you think that you could get it done this fast when you first looked at it?
There were several concerns. The pier sits, or the abutment sits on piles, and those piles are driven into the ground. There was 25 foot of the piles that were out of the ground and about 5 foot of the piles that were in ground, so it was very precarious. Very possible that it could collapse and that side of the bridge fall down if we didn't do the construction in a manner that minimized vibration as well as staying away from the piles so we didn't hit them. So the first thing we had to do is decide, could we save what was there? And once we decided we probably could save what was there, we had to determine how to get material down there without causing much vibration. We worked with civil constructors, and they came up with an idea to utilize conveyors off of a truck to convey material down below. So we conveyed gravel down below, and then we poured some flowable fill in the bottom hole and then worked our way up with gravel. Then when we got up to the top, we actually saved at least 5 weeks, maybe 6 or 7, by instead of tearing the approach pavement off, we actually drilled holes through the approach pavement and pumped it full of flowable fill, which saved probably at least $150,000 in big terms, and saved us probably 5 to 6 weeks at least. So we maximized every potential we could to save time as well as to save money, while realizing that the important point here was to get the road open for Savanna and the traveling public, to let people know that Savanna is open for business and give them good access to Savanna.
Oh, that's outstanding. Do you think that the solution you came up with is maybe even a little more secure than it was in the past?
Well, we certainly did things to minimize the potential of this washing out again should the levee ever breach in the future.
Okay. Is that levee a concern of IDOT anymore, or is it something that's being addressed?
At this point in time, it's really not a concern of IDOT. However, the Department of Natural Resources and Division of Water Resources have both been notified about it, and they will look into it to make sure that things are the way that they should be.
Well, George, we've got plenty of vehicles driving by. The road is open. Thank you for speaking with us, and thanks for your hard work.
Thank you.
Officially open. Here they come.